So folks, it is a beautiful summer day and we're going to be taking a look here at the Thermacell E95 mosquito repeller. It's not too bad right now, but in a couple hours when the sun starts to go down, the big mosquitoes are going to start coming out. And of course, we like to sit outside and enjoy the evening without mosquitoes biting us and potentially giving us all sorts of different viruses and other issues. And so with this, the E95 Thermacell has really ramped it up. We have improved battery power all the way up to 12 hours. And we also have a charging dock as well, which makes it much more convenient to charge. So let's take a closer look at it. Now, if you're not familiar with these units, you might ask, well, how do they work? Pretty simple. There's a cartridge here, and it has a synthetic compound in it that is a derivative of the chrysanthemum flower compound that's in that flower, which insects do not like. They've created many different compounds out of this natural compound from this flower. And essentially what it does is when you warm it up and expel it as a vapor into the air, kind of creates a zone around you with this in the air. When flying insects come into that space, they kind of detect that, and it affects their nervous system in a way that it calms them down. And then they essentially go do something else. I have found over many years of using these Thermacell repellers that there is the odd mosquito who will force itself through your little zone that you've created with these units. Sometimes I'll put multiple units around me, but overall, I would say there's a dramatic reduction in mosquito activity. I'll even see them fly into the area and then they'll fly away. With this, there's also a charging dock that you can plug in. The one end of it is just kind of a regular USB plug. You can also detach this as well if you so desire and actually plug it directly into the unit. And the unit here, they have upgraded these from the previous older E95s. This is now a USB-C plug-in, which is pretty common with phones and all sorts of similar electronics these days. So if you don't want to use the charging dock, you don't have to. And maybe if you left the charging dock at home, you can still use that regular USB-C plug out there to go ahead and charge this up. And it'll last for 12 hours, which for most folks, if they use it an hour, hour and a half a day, it's going to last at least a week. To use it here, pretty simple. We're just going to take the top off, and you can see where the cartridge goes inside here. And all you got to do is this piece right here needs to come off. Now what I do is I save these so that if I still have a fair bit of compound left or whatever, I'm not going to use these units for a while, so it doesn't dry out or anything like that. I'll just go ahead and seal it back up with the cap and store it that way. But for here, with our use, all we got to do is just drop it down in there. Now the unit that comes with the E95 here, it is good for 36 hours. So we'll go ahead, we'll put the top back on, and then all we got to do is press the button to start it. And then what it will do is you'll see these lights flashing around in a circle. And what that is telling you is that it's warming up. So now all we got to do is just set it down, and we'll let it warm up for 10 to 15 minutes, and then it will start expelling vapor. Now, what's the best way to employ these units? If you just have one unit like here sitting around in a semicircle, just kind of place it in the center. But also too, if you're in a mosquito heavy area, what you can do is, what I'll do is I might put one to my right over there, and then I might put one over to my left over there. And then essentially it kind of creates a bigger zone around everyone. So that way, you know, we have pretty much effective coverage, especially when you're in a really mosquito heavy area. So there we go, folks. The vapor is starting to kind of waft out there. So we'll just sit it back on the table, let it do its thing. So again, with this E95 right here, Thermacell is really stepping it up now with 12 hours of battery, and then also too our charging dock, which makes it easier to charge. And then we also have, it comes with that 36-hour cartridge to get you started. And then also keep in mind, you can easily get replacement cartridges as well to go ahead and continue using the unit. So pretty easy to use and very effective. Definitely check these out, folks. Y'all have a good day.